Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another episode of Unleashed Alchemy. We are outside again and it is very windy, so you may see my hair blowing in the wind. All right. Anyway, don't let it distract you from the message. We're going to talk about today is how why surrendering to your spiritual elevation unveils hidden wisdom. Okay? So, let me start off by telling you a story. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I spent the first 24 years of my life in a religious cult. Okay. So after I left that religious cult, freed myself, then I had to spend a little over the next more than a decade of disintegrating that cord, okay? That cord of religious programming, that cord of religious dogma. I had to break through and break myself free from all of that. At the same time, I had to also disintegrate societal programming, family programming of how I was supposed to be and exist in the world. Okay? So, when it came to my spirituality, it really, all of that disintegration and all of that release of pulling back layers, and it almost felt like I was a phoenix arising from the ashes. Okay, and that's what it felt like. So I had to pull back all of those layers to get to the truth of me, of my higher self, of my connection with the infinite intelligence, with the infinite universe. Okay? I had to get to the truth of me that is supernatural on all sides, in all aspects of my life. I had to filter through what I was taught and programmed to believe was evil or demonic or witchcraft. Because for some reason, when it comes to spirituality, a lot of what we talk about is from the unknown. And if people are afraid of that, they tend to lump it into this one big bowl of evil or witchcraft or demonic. You know, all of those terms, right? So I had to filter through what I was programmed to believe was evil or demonic when it came to spirituality versus religion. And versus what my soul was calling me to embrace, what my soul has always been calling me to embrace. And I already had the wisdom from my religious experience. Okay? Through my cult experience, little did I know, and I was not aware of this going through it, but when I was embracing my spirituality, I realized that through that experience, all that time, my spiritual gifts were being sharpened, okay, through those experiences. And through all of those experiences that I've had, from leaving the cult to then having to spend the rest of my life up to this point pulling back all of those layers and deprogramming, and then allowing a new operating system to come online within my nervous system. There was no book that I could have read that would have given me the wisdom that I have right now. Now, for some of you, that may be triggering because it may sound arrogant. But that's what it is. There's no book Now, is it true that there may have or are probably books out there that could have been of support? Yes, possibly. But with the wisdom that I have gained from all of those experiences, I am confident in that wisdom. Why am I telling you this? Because, and I have notes here, so I want to stay on task, okay? Why am I telling you this? Because there are some of you that are downplaying the wisdom that you have because of your experiences, because you are allowing your fear of not being able to refer someone to a book. You are allowing that to keep you from stepping into your calling. Some of you are feeling the pull to start teaching something. Some of you are feeling a pull to begin to write something. Okay? Some of you are getting a pull to start offering a service or even a product based on your wisdom, but because you can't say, this is where I got all of my information from, you are letting that you're letting that hold you back. For example, my membership that I have, Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School, there are workshops and courses in there. There's probably now over 10 hours of workshops. I didn't read a book for any of that information. All of that came from my experiences, my downloads from Spirit, the modalities that I was given to deprogram from everything that no longer served me. And so now I offer that in the form of a mystery school. And I had someone, which is really interesting, because I had this episode that I wanted to do that we're talking about right now. I had this planned maybe, I don't know, it's been about 2 weeks now, and I'm just now recording this. But just the other day, I was explaining the content and everything inside the membership. And someone asked me, well, where did you get the book? What resources did you use to develop these courses? I didn't use any book. It came from my wisdom, from my experiences. And some of you are afraid to say that. You carry words and wisdom that you'll never be able to obtain from a book, a podcast, a YouTube video, an online course, a coach, basically nothing outside of you. And I need for you to stand firm in that. Which is why surrendering to spirituality is so important. Because when you yield to spirituality, when you yield to your spiritual elevation, those words and that wisdom that you have, it will burst forth from you like a natural spring of water. All right? Not only to cleanse you, but it has the power to cleanse those that you could even walk past. You don't even realize. You carry so much wisdom and magic. You can walk by someone and they can be freed from whatever is keeping them bound. That's how powerful you are. That's another episode, all right? Now, I mentioned before that some of you are feeling the call to start sharing your wisdom with other people. And it may be difficult for you to see yourself as the supernatural cosmic being carrying all of this unique wisdom from your unique experiences. You have to ask yourself, why? Why is it difficult for you to see yourself that powerful? When you ask yourself that question, hold on, I have to take a drink. When you ask yourself that question and you sit still long enough to receive the answer. Receive the answer. Notice I said receive the answer, not search for. You'll get an answer. It'll come up and you may not like what you have to admit to, but just receive the answer. Because now that you have received the answer, now you can do something about it. The way to go about just gifting yourself that moment of silence is to sensualize yourself. Well, you may be saying sensualize myself. What does that mean? Showing yourself gratitude. Sensualizing yourself through self-gratitude. Honoring your spirit. Honoring your own wisdom. See, I know it may sound strange, especially for those of maybe this is your first time watching. It may sound strange for you to do that because we're not taught. We're not even taught to celebrate ourselves. So all of this may be foreign, and that's fine. That's okay. Explore the foreign. Explore the unknown. All right? It's time for us to start doing that anyway. But anyway. So, like I said, you may be feeling the call to start teaching something or to start to talk about some things that you have experienced in your life. Now, am I saying that you have to just start blabbing your entire life experience? You don't have to. But if you are feeling inspired and that is a tug that you feel to start sharing your experiences with other people, it's time to do so. And not seeing yourself through that supernatural lens, it will stifle you. Okay? When you're not able to view yourself as this being that carries so much wisdom, 9 times out of 10, you're probably viewing yourself through that programmed matrix lens that says it is wrong to honor yourself. It is wrong to focus on yourself. It is wrong to trust your intuition. Intuition is, since you're not saying God, Jesus, or you're not talking about the Bible, intuition is evil. So then what do? We're programmed to look outside of ourselves. Okay? So when you don't view yourself through that supernatural lens, it gives a platform for the ego, I'm going to read this, to fill you with phrases such as, who are you to think you can talk about this? Who are you to be confident enough to use the power of your words? Because not only have you broken yourself free, but you can break others free. Who are you to think that you can do that through your wisdom? You don't have enough wisdom. As a matter of fact, you need to do more research. Nobody's going to listen to you. There's no audience for that. How do you know that there's an audience for that? If you start talking, you're going to start looking crazy. You're just going to waste your time. Sound familiar? Yeah. It is because you have to start viewing yourself through the supernatural lens. And you may be saying, well, how do I do that? You set the intention by simply saying, I am willing to view myself through a cosmic lens. I am willing to view myself through the supernatural lens. That's all you have to do. All right? That's all you have to do. So trust your wisdom. All right? Trust your wisdom. You have so much to give, and now is the time. Now is the time to share your wisdom in a way that is soul aligned for you. All right. So that is a message that I wanted to share in this video. And until next time, cheers.